Anything but credible?
Hello and welcome back to the Anything But Credible podcast, aka the ABC Pod, aka the special ABC Pod this week. That's right, it is episode 85. That means it is a special episode. That means no weekly weirdness. That means no theory of the week. We might even, I think we're gonna might even skip the intros. We'll see how time wise where we're on that. But lot of very interesting this week because coming along with the special episode means that we get away from our normal weekly routine and we do something completely random. And this week, I would say that is probably one of the most random things we've done to date. Before we get into that and describe what's happening, let's go around and say what up to who we got today. The normal crew, but still, let's say what up. To my left, Griff. What's up, Griff?
Hola, guys. How's it going?
To my right, Killer K. What's up, Keith?
What up, everybody? Life's lit.
Life's lit. My bad. I almost cut you off there.
It's always lit.
I should have known that was coming. That was my fault. My name is Dukes, and like I said, welcome, and we appreciate you guys checking in for another episode of the ABC Pod. Okay, so this week, what we're doing this week, we're like, man, it's really random. What can we do that we haven't done before? And previously, we've had ideas of doing like a top 10 list or some kind of bracket or something like that, and it just so happens that this weekend we're recording on the Friday before the Final Four, so that means that this episode will actually come out on the Monday of the NCAA National Tournament, ending the, at least basketball-wise, the March Madness. So we're going to do brackets, but the way that we're going to do brackets, and I want to give a shout out too, because we had some good input over the past couple of weeks of ideas that we could do for the special episode. And I want to give a special shout out to our ringside reporter, Scally, because he hooked us up with this idea, put me onto this podcast called, what's it called? All Fantasy Everything, right? So I'm not going to go into it. You guys can check it out. But basically, the host is Ian Carmel. He's a well-known writer and comedian, I think, but not to me personally. But he gets a bunch of buddies on, and what they do is they have basically pop culture fantasy drafts, but it doesn't necessarily go to pop. It could be anything that, food or weird situations, as far as like, one of them, Keith, was like actors you'd hire to a real life theft or a heist or something.
I think they did animal fights as well, which would, yeah, I would love that one. That would be awesome.
A bunch of different stuff. So go check them out. It's really good. We're kind of ripping off a page from their book. So what we did is what we wanted to do is something different. And to us, we always talk about one of the questions that we have, the icebreaker questions when people come onto the podcast, is YouTube deep dives / rabbit holes you get stuck in. We're big on that. It happens to us all the time. So we wanted to come in and see if we can have an all fantasy draft of our top viral videos that come to mind right off the bat, like right off the top of the head. Then what we did is, once we wrote those down, we basically put them into a randomized bracket with seedings and matchups. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the videos. It's a 16-team bracket, 16 videos. They're short. We'll listen to them. We'll check them out. And then we will then discuss the matchup as far as the bracket goes of the video that they're matched up against. It's going to be a good time. These are classic videos. I'm sure you guys listening out there probably know, if not all of them, a good majority of them. They're hilarious. And I think it'll be, this is something we've played all their audio throughout the podcast history, not this much. So it'll be interesting, but I think it'll be a good time. And then that way it'll give us some good talking points / just conversations to have about these videos. And that's what I want to, before we even get in, I do have one question for you guys. Is like, looking at these videos or going through videos to come up with your fantasy draft.
Yeah.
What were your guys' impressions of these videos that you guys were coming up? For me personally, I went out basically reminiscing and thinking, wow, like, did you guys ever get the idea, like the feeling of, wow, I totally forgot about this video?
What I would say about them, some of them almost have the same effect of like certain songs, that like you listen to that song and it take like, oh, this is like senior year of high school. Some of these viral videos, it had that same, nostalgic effect.
Yeah.
It takes you back to a certain time.
Took you back.
When the internet was just wild.
When the internet was a wee babe.
Yeah.
A wee babe.
Really, when YouTube was coming up to the height of and listen, there's a lot of videos that didn't make the cut. A lot of them that if we spent, if we really only took about 3 to 4 days on this coming up with videos. But if we took an actual 4-week period in between the special episodes, we could come up with some really solid gems. I think we have gems, but man, some people, might get left out. But
they will. It's just it's the way it goes. It's a hard knock life.
Well, the other thing is too, you got to realize that we've come across even today was just some of them are not necessarily audio, don't really fit the audio.
Exactly. That's the big problem. If they're highly visual humor, then they probably got dropped
right.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of videos left out, but
naturally.
We're going for...
And this is good.
There'll be no dramatic hamster.
And we'll have...
or the squirrel on the...
And we'll have... For you guys out there listening, it'll be good for at least for solid sound bites. The other thing, too, that I thought was interesting was, Griff said this before we started recording this, a lot of videos that I came across, even when we were going through the selection, the process, or the bracket, or the seating, I should say, realized man, this is not as funny as I remember.
Yeah.
Or this is just as fucking funny that I remember.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the other.
Yeah. Some things definitely live past the test of time, and others just fall off to just, that's what was funny.
Yeah.
Right. Comedy's one of those weird things that's like, it's funny in a certain place in time. Like, go back and watch 90s stand-up. A lot of it's going to be like, this isn't funny.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was the best thing going.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know. It gets dated quickly.
For sure. For sure. All right, so I want to get right into it. Before I want to get into it, Griff, so here's what's happening. Keith is in charge of, we're playing these all off of a laptop from the YouTube videos. And Griff has basically the bracket. So Griff, what I would like you to do, man, is can we go through and at least just say...
do you want me to go over them first, or do we want to play them as I do this?
I want to give a super quick just rundown of who's in the bracket, and just like the titling that we have and just so that we know what we're getting into before we even start playing. It's like, oh, okay, maybe what we're dealing with.
All right, so our first matchup that we have is the Mobile Leprechaun sighting against the Best Cry Ever. Next up, we have the UFO guy against the Surfer Bro. Next, we have Ain't Nobody Got Time against David After Dentist. Then we have Hood Rat Things against Boom Goes the Dynamite. We have LA House Parties against I Like Turtles. Fitty Tyson against Grape Stomping.
Fitty.
Hydeo Kids against I'm a Snake. It's a tough one.
That's a solid matchup. That is there. A good matchup.
We have the Whistle Tips / Whoop Whoop.
Yeah.
Against the Apparently Kid.
That's a nice matchup, too.
Yeah. That is our tournament for the day, ladies and gentlemen.
And also, I want this to be known, too, for you guys listening. We are not going to play these every round. I know what you're thinking. Oh, my God, if the winners know. We're going to play them all in the first round, just so we know what we're dealing with. And then we'll just talk about mention, and maybe in the finals. Maybe we'll play the finals.
You might get a refresh.
Yeah. But like I said, this is a special episode. We're just going with the flow. We don't have rules. We don't have anything. I know we have, in this one, actually, we do have some kind of outline, but we're just kind of flowing with it. So
we're still not credible.
Yeah, fuck no, we're not credible.
We're still not credible.
So
never, ever, ever
sit back and enjoy and have a good time with us.
All right, Griff, give me this first round matchup.
Let's start.
All right, the Mobile Leprechaun sighting.
Okay, I'm gonna play this video.
Start us off, Keith.
Well, just in time for St. Patrick's Day, crowds are coming by the dozens to get an up-close view at what some say is a piece of Irish folklore.
Some people in the Crichton area of Mobile say a leprechaun is taking up residence in their neighborhood. A leprechaun. NBC 15's Brian Johnson has more.
Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's Crichton community. Many
so
of you bring binoculars, camcorders, even camera phones to take pictures.
To me, it look like a leprechaun to me. All I gotta do is look up in the tree. Who else seen the leprechaun? Say yeah!
Eyewitnesses say the leprechaun only comes out at night. If you shine a light in its direction, it suddenly disappears. This amateur sketch resembles what many of you say the leprechaun looks like. Others find it hard to believe and have come up with their own theories and explanations for the image.
My theory is it's casting a shadow from the other limb.
What?
Could be a crackhead that got hold to the wrong stuff. And it told him to get up in a tree and play a leprechaun.
You ever been curious when you got hold of this?
Yeah, still on there, guy. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, man.
This guy helping to direct traffic says he's prepared for his encounter with the leprechaun. He's suited up from head to toe.
This wars off spells right here. This is the special leprechaun flute, which has been passed down from thousands of years ago from my great-great-grandfather who was Irish. I just came to help out.
Others just came to get lucky in hopes a pot of gold may be buried under this tree.
I'm going to run a backhoe and uproot that tree. I want to know where the gold is. I want the gold. Give me the gold. I want the gold.
This is Brian Johnson.
Okay, wow. First of all, let's start by saying this. One of the all-time classics. If you don't know about the Mobile, Alabama leprechaun video, I mean, have you even been on the internet? I don't know.
Yeah. What are you doing?
First of all, favorite quote from that video right now. What's the first quote that sticks out? When somebody says that video, what's the first quote that pops in?
For me, it is the leprechaun flute from his great-great-grandfather from thousands of years ago.
Yes.
Because that math is just beautiful.
Which is clearly, if you watch it, it's clearly just a spray-painted PVC pipe,
with a couple of holes drilled in it.
Yeah, he drilled in a PVC pipe.
It is.
No, it's not PVC.
Oh, what is it?
It's a piece of metal that holds two pieces of scaffolding together. So, like, if you're going for the next level of scaffolding, that's what it is.
It's not a flute.
Well, yeah, let's put it that way. My favorite part of that is, I think it's a crackhead got a hole to the wrong stuff.
Man, mine's tied. I have the one that I quote the most is definitely like, I want to go. I want to go.
Give me to go.
That is the most famous.
Probably the most famous one that I see other people quoting is like, whoever seen that leprechaun say yeah.
Yeah.
You can do that in a large group of people. Everybody gets that.
Everyone's going to say yeah.
Wow. An absolute classic, man. Wow. Okay.
Okay, against the best cry ever.
Yeah. See, I don't actually know this video.
I don't know this one either.
Okay, so this is.
I hope I got the right video.
Pure Griff bringing to the
this one is
the table here. Okay, let's do it.
Because I know somewhere deep down in my heart, I still love you.
What is that? What is that?
That is a man
crying. No. Is there?
Yeah.
This is from like intervention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I guess. Who's playing the piano?
Okay, that's it.
All right, hold on. I think we what we should do from now on is whoever's video, we should give a super short description of what's happening.
Yeah, that was a man crying, people.
And he was in like a therapy session, you said?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was on the TV show Intervention.
It was. And his son
he was being confronted.
I love
that. That was his son talking at first, saying that I still love you, and then that was his reaction was to cry like that.
I absolutely love that show, but I never. Wow. And I guess we can go back and say that the Mobile, Alabama was literally, you heard it was just a news. A lot of these are just news stories.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. I had never heard that before. Actually, you know what? It sounded like some kind of almost like animal mating call. Almost
do you need me to play it again?
It's a quick one. We can get through that one. We got it once.
Play that one more time.
Now that you know.
Yeah, play that one more time.
Okay.
It was sounded like some kind of wounded animal.
Because I know somewhere deep down in my heart, I still love you.
I feel like I shouldn't be laughing. Oh my God. Okay. All right. I feel like I shouldn't be laughing, but anyone that has that cry, that's trouble. That's trouble.
Yeah. I feel for the guy, his story and everything, but that cry is just rough.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we move on? Yeah.
Well, what's up? We pick a winner, don't we?
We got to pick a winner.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Let's
go for me,
let's discuss it. Let's get into it. Let's chop it up.
I laughed more at the best cry ever, but I feel like Leprechaun of Mobile, Alabama deserves to move on here because I don't know. This is kind of sad.
Okay.
Here I come with my dark sense of humor. You know.
Well, I mean, it's fucking hilarious, but.
Yeah, okay. The best cry ever on surface value is it makes me laugh more. But the Mobile Leprechaun just on like I don't know, it has like
staying power, to it. Dude. Yeah, it has staying power. Like,
do you know why it has staying power? And this is why I'm about to break it down for you.
Okay.
it is a classic video because not only one, it is a legit news story. Even though you would think that it's fake and bullshit, it's not. It's real, and that's funny. But the second part is there is so many levels to solid quotes in that story.
It's true.
You not only have the people that are being interviewed are giving solid quotes, but you have the random people driving by that are giving gold. The crackhead.
I think you're right.
The shadows.
Honestly, I think I've almost become numb to laughing at it because I've seen it so many times.
How many views? Do you have a play counter on this?
Best Cry Ever has 64 million.
Wow. Holy shit. Leprechaun's got to have more than that.
27.
Wow. Huh. Interesting. But here's the thing too is, do you think that when they were doing the Leprechaun, the news stories was just like, whoever was doing the interview, just every person they talked to, they were getting gold from them. Just like, this cannot be real. And then they talk to this guy and he's got a fucking like flute and they're just like, oh my God, it does not get better. It was just every person they talk to, it gets better and better and better.
That was a tough first matchup, guys.
And then on top of that, what you don't hear is the drawing, what you see, which is just unbelievable.
The amateur sketch.
I bought a t-shirt of it, people. I bought a t-shirt of it to wear St. Patrick's Day because it's that good.
Was amazing. Okay, so we're all in agreement. Leprechaun moves on.
Leprechaun moves on.
I would say
it's a deep video.
If we were to put this in a basketball game, though, I'm not gonna lie. I would say blowout. I would say Leprechaun by 25.
Yeah, I'd say Leprechaun by 15.
Okay, that's still a nice ass.
I think Leprechaun was the clear favorite, but I think the Best Cry Ever made a good run at it. Oh, they put up a fight.
Double digits or single digits?
I think it's single. I think it's single digits.
You think it was single digit? Okay.
I think we were all laughing pretty hard at that Best Cry Ever.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I liked it. I have not heard that before. All right. What's next?
Next up, we have the UFO guy.
Okay,
versus the surfer bro.
All right, UFO guy, right? First, let me give a short back. So this is really simple. This is another news story. They basically just interviewed this guy at the airport. I think it's at the airport, and they basically asked him about UFOs. It's just that simple. And this was his answer.
The UFO guy Juan Carlos interviewed at O'Hare. Well, we tried to find this guy, and we even left messages with his mother and grandmother somewhere in Texas, but we could never find him. Take a look at Juan Carlos's conversation with the UFO guy.
What do you think? Do you believe in UFOs?
Oh yeah, yes sir, definitely. They're out there, man. I seen them. I've been out there, Aurora, Texas. They got them little graves and stuff. Yeah, I've been out there, and I don't know. I'm planning a trip. We're going out to like Arizona or something and figure something out. Or not Arizona. What was it? Yeah, it was Arizona, right? The Air Force One where they found all that stuff. I got pictures of Aurora. I seen grave sites. They're out there, man, and I'm flying in the plane. I'm always hallucinating, but who really knows what I'm looking at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what you're saying.
Well, but there's no proof.
Here we go.
Just people's accounts.
Check this.
You're right. There's no proof, but I mean, there's no proof of Jesus or, people go in the restroom until they tell you about it. You know what I mean?
You don't know if people go into the bathroom.
That's the way I see things.
Keep that in mind.
All right, so you believe it then?
Oh, definitely.
Do you think there's like little green men out there?
No little green men, sir.
No? Well, what do you think there is out there?
Who knows, dude? They could be made of water. I don't even know.
Is water?
Water, man. You heard the man. Water. They could be made of anything. Extraterrestrial.
Extraterrestrial, you mean?
Extraterrestrial.
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 There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
man. It's a good one. And
all right, should we say the comments to the after
go for Surfer Bro?
Sure.
Okay.
Surfer Bro coming on.
Surfer Bro.
This is
otherwise known as Totally Pitted.
Would anyone like this is just another news interview.
Yeah.
They were weren't they interviewing about this guy about just there was like a storm coming in or something, and they asked him about the wave?
No, a city was flooded. And he was surfing the wave.
Oh, and they were like, dude, they were like, bro, why are you surfing right now?
I'm pretty sure it was something along those lines.
This is, by the way, this is another
actually
classic video.
kind of two underdogs pitted against each other.
Yeah. You think this is underdog? I feel like this is very
this is a big
this version of So Pitted only has 1 million views.
Oh, that's not the right. Yeah,
UFO guy has about 3 million.
It's just been
both
cut
of those
so many
are
different
playoffs.
ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
All right, hit it for
Okay,
us.
so Surfer Dude.
But the park is still flooded, so you'll see kids out there again today.
Some of those kids today will be my co-hosts. Just like, dude, you get the best barrels ever, dude. Just like you pull in and you just get spit right out of them, and you just drop in and just smack the lip, whoop-ah, drop down, snap, and then after that, you just drop in, you just ride the barrel and get pitted, so pitted like that.
Okay. First of all, that video, I think that might be another one we're just numb to because I think we've seen so many times. But what's funny about the surfer, I'm just going to start with the surfer one because those people that talk like that, you only imagine them in movies or TV shows, fictional characters that people like over exaggerate.
Yes.
The surfer bro. This guy is the epitome of the legit surfer bro who is such in surfer bro language that is not speaking in terms that literally any word
that
we don't know what that shit
understand.
means.
Yeah. You think that there was another surfer that heard him go, and then you like, and he's just like, oh, sick.
Millions of them.
They're just like, dude, that's gnarly.
Yes.
What? Okay.
The islands of Hawaii understood.
Yes.
Well, while we're on it, what are your guys' thoughts of the surfer, dude?
He was good. He was good. You got
that's another one, like you said, I feel numb to. Because I've heard it.
Yeah.
I've heard it so many times, but there's just so many quotable moments in there.
We quote that a lot. I mean, I quote that a lot.
Yeah.
It's a big quoter.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody says something like, dude, it was awesome, you're like, was it like, or like, so pitted?
Like pitted.
Yeah.
So pitted.
Right. Very quotable.
UFO guy. This is the first time I've ever seen him tonight.
Me too.
And it's pretty great.
I'm a fan.
So
it's pretty great.
I think that's another case to me where you think of weird UFO people and you're like, okay, you just have that stereotype of the weird. And then you hear this guy and you're like, yep. Yeah, there really are weird UFO.
Not just weird, like clinically insane.
Yeah, well,
maybe.
Yeah,
maybe. He also,
if he's hallucinating all the time.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
He sounds like it for sure. If you watch it, he kind of sounds like he's just kind of out of it. So he might be on something.
He said he's hallucinating all the time.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Surfer Bro's hallucinating all the time.
Good point.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know either.
Maybe they're cousins.
This is. I think this is actually a solid matchup.
They actually look alike. I'm sorry, this is terrible for audio, but the UFO guy and Surfer Bro could be brothers.
Okay, well that'd be a hell of a family
matchup. Oh yeah. You don't want to go anywhere near that family reunion.
No.
It's like the McBoyles.
I think this is a good matchup though because one, both are underrated, and two, we're both. I would say the motif here is that like those people
stereotypes.
Those people really exist. Like that. Okay,
crazy dudes on drugs.
Right. So what do you guys think? Where we at? Who's moving on? Who's moving on?
I will give my vote to the UFO guy.
I gotta go Surfer Bro. You're the tiebreaker.
I'm gonna go Surfer Bro too because I quote that so often in normal my everyday life. Honestly,
I know
that I can't. UFO guy is great. It's a great interview. Apparently, as the guy said in the beginning, they were looking for him. I don't know. He must be somebody. I don't know. But Surfer Bro for me that's an all time classic for me.
Yeah, that's one of those I will never forget.
Yeah. All right, Griff, who's up? What's the next matchup?
Up next, we have Ain't Nobody Got Time against David After Dentist.
Wow.
Oh.
I think this might be a clear winner personally, but we'll see.
Okay.
What's up first? Wait, hold on. What's up first? Pause that real quick.
Ain't Nobody Got Time coming up.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Pause that real quick. So should we give we should give somewhat of a background for this. Basically, it's another news interview.
News interview is coming in strong.
Well, that's where the great sound bites are from. Man.
Yeah.
The good audio.
I'll tell you what, one of my all-time favorite, I've said this before too, Rabbit Holes is not only news interviews, but bloopers. My God, you could go for days for those, man. They're hilarious. Okay, so I believe if I'm not, I might not be 100% right on this, but I think this was an apartment fire or something like that. And she's realized they're interviewing.
Yes.
What is your thoughts of the fire? We saw a lot of smoke. What was it like? And this, for you guys listening, this is probably the most well-known video that we have today. Probably out of these matchups,
one of the most well-known for sure.
So far, the winners are pretty well-known videos.
Hit me with that, Keith.
One resident describes her horrifying experience when she first realized the complex was on fire.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
According to...
Okay.
Oh, man.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Wow. I mean, we want to talk about quotable quotes.
Yes.
That's probably the number one thing I actually quote out of all these. It's just, ain't nobody got time for that. Because I don't know, did people say that before? Like
no, it's just because of that. And here's
I think it's become part of the language.
Here's the other thing.
Dude, it really has.
No,
That's become a saying because of this video, no doubt.
But I gotta tell you guys, I really love the half sentence before that, where the way that she says, "I've got brown cat."
I mean, I feel like she's a great American storyteller.
Oh my god,
she might be one of the best.
Someone get her a book deal.
She has a she's so passionate about.
Well, she woke up to get a pop, and I'm like, oh, where are we going? Where are we going with this? You got me.
We got to put that to bed right there, because that's gonna make me giggle. Anyone that calls soda a pop, that's gonna make me giggle. I'm sorry. That's ludicrous.
But one of the best things is their son just pacing in the background. Just, what are you doing, Mom? What are you doing?
Get your crazy ass out of here.
And I think it's funny too is that she smelled the smoke and said, "Lord, somebody's barbecue."
Like, I hope everybody that's listening watches all of these videos.
Anybody ever smell like a structure fire?
It does not smell like a barbecue.
It smells
nowhere close.
So bad.
That's the best part too. It's like, no, that clearly was not. Okay.
All right. And next with a perennial favorite.
Yeah.
David after dentist.
Okay, so this, hold on. Can we give, this is obviously no explanation. This is a little kid, right?
I think
everybody
guys,
knows.
it is David after the dentist.
Yeah, but like, what's he do at the dentist?
Little kid
He
in the
got
back
put
of-
on some drugs.
Yeah.
David
Okay, there we
is
go.
strung the fuck out.
Yeah.
All right.
No doubt.
Surgery.
Yeah, I know. How did it go?
I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
I feel
Kind of felt good, didn't it?
Is this real life?
Yeah, this is real life.
Okay, now I have 2 fingers.
Good.
4 fingers.
4 fingers? Nah, don't put that in. Don't put it in your mouth. Okay. You feel good?
I can't see anything.
Yes, you can. Stay in your seat.
What?
I don't feel tired.
You don't? No?
Do I have stitches?
Uh-huh.
Do I have stitches?
Yes.
On my teeth?
Yeah. Don't touch it. Don't.
How much left?
Why can't I touch it?
Because it'll
about 30
mess up
seconds.
the stitches.
You have 4 eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We got the gist of it.
David, you need to calm down.
First of all,
Yeah.
why was David yelling so much? What happened? I don't know if I've seen this one before.
Novocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
He just like
Well-
went into full rage mode.
No, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no explanation. Young kid got doped out.
Oh man, we didn't get to the part where he asked if it's real life though, which is like one of the. Did he?
That was like one of the
Yeah, it's one of the
first
first things.
parts.
Everyone, forget my comment.
It's actually funny because after he says, "Is this real life?" his dad says, "Yeah," and then he says, "Well, what about?" It was almost like he was gonna say like a second later he's gonna be like, "Well, what about now?" But then he switched it. His mind
Yeah.
switched to another thing and said something about his fingers. And I really wanted him to say it again, like, "Well, what about now?" It's like, yes, well, but is it real now? It's like, yes, dude. Yes.
It continues to be real, David.
Yeah.
All right, should we vote? Well, David after dentist is great, and I do think it is more of a, you want to visually watch it. It's better to see David's just freaking out in his car seat back there.
Yeah. He's actually not in a car seat.
In a car, in a seat in a car. But
Can you do me a favor, Griff? Can you
Yeah.
just turn your mic though? Like, yeah. Because you keep somehow it keeps going to the. I think it's when you're
it's
writing.
because I'm writing. Yeah.
Why don't you put it to the right side of your body? And
All right, we're good. I'll just be careful not to mess with it. Okay. So though, my vote for this one is going to go for "Ain't Nobody Got Time."
I gotta agree with.
yeah, I mean, I think
Tim.
that's what I said. I said this is a
Yeah.
lopsided.
This is easily
Now
Okay.
listen, there's a million videos out there of people doped up after dentists, and I just want to say something.
This is like the original.
This was old school, right?
Yeah.
But I want to say something. Something about dentist videos. I mean, they're always funny, but at the same time, I don't see them with the same comedic sense because when I was the most doped up in my life out of a dentist after wisdom teeth, I mean, I was just chilling. Like to me, there was nothing that was, and the people that I was with, no comments or anything crazy to me. I just kind of was hanging out. So to me, I don't want to say people are putting on a show, and I know obviously Lil David.
No, he was like the first.
Yeah, but to me, it's like, well, I'm just saying all the videos nowadays, it's just like,
that's just basing it off of David after dinner.
So I think just different people react to anesthesia in very different ways.
That is true.
So,
but I got to tell you, bronchitis, like we said, really took over the pop culture.
Oh yeah,
for a long time.
Yeah.
All right, ain't nobody got time. Moving on.
All right, go ahead.
And ain't nobody got time. We'll face either.
What do you got?
Hood rat things, or boom goes the dynamite.
Wow. Okay, so Hood Rat Things, one of my all-time personal favorites, up there with the Mobile Leprechaun. I don't know about Boom Goes the Dynamite though. You guys, somebody will have to break that down for me before we get into that one.
All right. So first up on our next matchup, Hood Rat Things.
Yeah. So again,
one of my favorites.
Another news interview of reported stolen car, finding out that the thief was a young child, and this is what they actually the best quote comes from himself a couple times. So let's hear what he's got to say. All right, here we go.
Latarian Milton is not your typical 7-year-old. Few his age have ever driven an SUV up and down several busy streets. It all started at his mother's townhouse. Latarian says he took the car keys and hopped into his grandmother's Dodge Durango.
When I came through the back door, I looked on the counter, my keys were gone.
I took my grandma's car because I got mad at my mom, and then I suddenly had my friend come in, and he smokes with cigarettes.
He started the vehicle and put it into gear.
I yanked the thing.
And off they went. 2 7-year-olds alone on the road. Latarian drove several miles through Lake Park and Palm Beach Gardens.
We got the one call that I told you about of a driver in the vehicle who looked too short to be able to see over the steering wheel.
Along the way, he ran over 2 mailboxes, hit 2 parked cars in a Costco parking lot, and struck 2 moving cars near Walmart.
I want to do it because it's fun. It's fun to do bad things. Drive into a car.
But did you know that you could perhaps kill somebody?
Yes, but I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
It all ended on Investment Lane and Consumer Drive. That's where Latarian hit the curb and side.
That kid has his shit together.
Wow.
Oh man,
I just so honest about I just want to do hood rat things.
Kill people? Yeah, don't care. Want to do hood rat things with my friends. My buddy over here smokes real cigarettes.
Yeah, he smokes not the fake, the candy
them cigarettes.
This is another video too with everyday life for me. The quote of "I yanked the thing." Probably, I mean, at least once every couple of days. That covers a lot of ground.
Yeah, at least once a week. I say, I yank the thing.
Did you yank that thing?
Ah, that sounds really terrible.
It does, guys.
It sounds
over here.
really terrible.
A lot of jokes. I'm ready to
No, it's not even like that. It's just like
I don't need to hear about your guys'
me yanking
routine
the thing.
of yanking things.
Okay, we're not talking. Okay, Griff. All right,
you know what we mean.
All right, pretty good. Latarian is
one of my favorites.
All time great.
Griff, give me a quick breakdown of this next video because I personally have not or don't remember this one.
All right, boom goes the dynamite. Now, it's crazy that you don't know about this one. It is. I believe
my memory.
I want to say this is from a college, TV station at a college.
I think so. Yeah.
And he's covering local sports. So this is in Indiana, and he's covering the Pacers, and they're how they've been doing lately. And he does a play-by-play. That's pretty good.
He fails at the entire thing.
It's just gonna make me cringe a little bit, huh?
It's cringe funny.
I think this put an end to this guy's future career.
I hope not.
Yeah, he's more of a written word, not spoken word guy. Let's put it that way.
So Keith, you're on the computer. You're gonna try and put us in the general spot.
We got it.
Okay, all right. Let's do it then.
The 9 weeks. The Cards will play at Boise State Invite this weekend. The Indiana Pacers are looking for a measure of revenge tonight against the New Jersey Nets and to strengthen their playoff hopes. The Nets won the last Sunday's matchup 94-85, which left the Pacers 1 game behind the Chicago
so nervous.
in the 7th series spot.
It's bad.
Let's check out the highlights.
So much dead air.
Yeah.
Steven Jackson's David.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh wow. No. This is bad.
Reggie Miller's looking good. He shoots a 3, and it's good.
He's supposed to be talking.
Later, he gets the rebound, passes it to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
Got to catch it.
The final scores ended up with the Pacers 63 to the Nets 61.
Okay, so we actually we shortened that, right? We took that at the very end. There's more before that of him just. By the time he got to this point in the segment,
he was
you could tell,
stuff.
Yeah,
and that really,
man.
I hate laughing at people that are cringe, but like. It's just one of those things where it's like you just gotta laugh. There's no way that you can't.
He's just gotta own it at this point.
He has. He went on Tosh.0 and stuff, I think.
Okay, good.
He did a web redemption. So I suggest going back and watching that because once again, this is probably another one that is better watched than listen to because it's just so much dead air when you're listening to it. But all that dead air. He's supposed to be talking.
Yes.
He's supposed to be doing a play-by-play. And he just chimes in like every 10 seconds with looking good.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Not great.
Wow. Boom goes the dynamite.
So
what a weird thing to say though.
My hat is off to that man. You know? Oh yeah. What a catchphrase.
No, really though. For a basketball, I'm guessing like a 3-pointer or something. Like
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but I think this one's probably an obvious win for Laterian, right? I'm voting for Hood Rat Things all day.
Yeah. I mean that for me that's the quotes. You know, you yank the thing, you do like Hood Rat stuff with your friends, and you hang out with people that smoke them real cigarettes.
Yes,
classic.
Yeah.
Not only I don't know if you guys might have missed this when I was laughing, but not only did he steal his grandma's car, but he ran to like 8 mailboxes. He sideswiped like 4 cars.
He fucked shit up at Costco.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
He literally just like destroyed a bunch of people's shit, and then was just like really not even worried, and admitted he's like, yeah, what more do you want from me?
All right, so
classic.
Here is the first side of the bracket, and who will be facing each other coming up shortly. We have the Mobile Leprechaun against the Pitted Surfer Bro.
Wow, those are classics right there, man.
Yes, and then we have this one's real tough, guys. We have Ain't Nobody Got Time against Hood Rat Things.
Wow, that is a tough bracket, man.
And that could be the finals right there.
Wow, that's tough. All right, well, let's move to the right side. We got to knock out this first round here.
All right, on our next one, we have LA House Parties against the great I Like Turtles.
Next speaker.
Okay, so the Turtles will go super fast. House Party.
Keith, this is one that I brought up.
And you'll have to decide too. You're gonna, if you want to move ahead or listen. I don't know. This one might be one of the longer ones that we have.
Yeah, this is gonna be a long one, but trust me, people, it's gonna be worth it. So these two dudes go in front of Los Angeles City Council at I guess a town hall, and they start defending house parties. And just listen.
Somebody's got to defend them.
Just listen.
You can't lose your right to party.
Yes.
You got to fight for that right.
Nice. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
Next speaker. Yes, sir. Identify yourself.
What up, council? My name is Chad Kroger.
What up?
I'm an activist and house party enthusiast. Over the past week, I've been in a state of deep despair upon hearing the news that LA is trying to outlaw house parties in the Hollywood Hills. I am here determined to stop this future atrocity. House parties were the bedrock of my development as a young man in San Clemente. My first introduction to manhood came when the captain of my water polo team, Boomer Kingsley, asked me to shotgun a tall can of Bud Light in front of the whole squad at his end of the season bash. His parents were in Tahoe at the time, so we tore that weekend up. It was epic, and I was super stoked.
Commercial for
my newfound confidence gave me the courage to ask out the most popular girl in school, Lauren Stockholder, to prom that year.